From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colberth.
Good Friday morning. We are less than a week away from the big day, and it is definitely going to look like Christmas up in the Cascades over the next 4 days, as we're expecting 36 inches of snow. A little bit gusty for today, tonight, and for tomorrow. Not nearly as windy as what we saw a couple days back. And the river flooding threat, not as high as it was for last week, but we still haven't entirely put it to bed quite yet. Okay, this morning, 30s and 40s for lower elevations, 20s up in the Cascades, 30s for the Blues. And the winds still kind of doing their thing. They've picked up a little bit more for the Yakima Valley, still kind of a dead zone in the Kittitas Valley, but 31 mile per hour gusts for Hermiston, 26 miles per hour for Walla Walla. So you get the gist. That's going to make things feel a little bit more brisk out there. This atmospheric river still on top of the Blue Mountains. We're likely seeing a rain-snow mix for I-84, and likely it's probably just snowfall for Oregon 204. Let's take it back to the Tri-Cities, your hourly forecast for this Friday. Lots of sunshine all throughout the day and high temperatures right at 50 degrees. And again, we could see some more snowfall for the valleys for today. Accumulations aren't going to be that significant, though. We'll talk a lot more about the mountain snow and the wind gusts for today, tonight, tomorrow, coming up on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
Straight ahead, flooding caused widespread damage across Benton County, and now officials are working to determine if federal help could be on the way. Coming up, what officials need from residents as damage assessments get underway.
And flooding and cold weather are putting extra pressure on Tri-Cities Animal Services, and the shelter says it's feeling the strain. With kennels full and more animals coming in, we'll take a look at how the shelter is working to keep pets safe during emergencies.
And good news for Tri-City travelers, a new nonstop flight taking off at the Pasco Airport. How a new Alaska Airlines route could make West Coast travel faster and easier. It's all coming up on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest, on your side.
Good morning, and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jessica Jalal.
I'm Jade Elliott. It is Friday, December 19th. We are in the home stretch.
Christmas is almost here.
Yeah, the kids, it's the last day of school for
Super
districts.
Saturdays tomorrow.
Oof.
But I mean, most of my
wild.
shopping's done online, so
I know.
hopefully everything comes in on time.
I know, that's the other kicker, right? All right? We have a lot to get to this morning, of course.
And we do want to start with good news for frequent flyers. A new flight option is taking off at the Tri-Cities Airport.
Yeah, Alaska Airlines adding a new flight that the community has been asking for, giving local travelers another way to connect to the West Coast and beyond. The airport's now going to offer a direct flight from Pasco to Portland. A service will offer passengers a quick hop to Portland, leaving out the airport. It'll leave out of the airport twice a day. Portland was a major hub for Alaska Airlines, and that opens up dozens of same-day connections.
Airport officials say the route is something the community has been asking for and could save travelers both time and the drive.
Last time we had it was, I think, 2018. Went away, and we've been trying to get it back. And I think Portland's finally in a position where it makes sense to add a route like Pasco to Portland.
And Buck Taft also says the flight is also expected to support local business travel and tourism, and it could lead to more service expansions in the future.
Tickets are already on sale for the new Alaska Airlines flight, which is set to begin service soon. Switching gears and continuing our flood coverage, historic floods left our region scrambling. In Benton County alone, emergency officials working now to determine whether the area is going to qualify for FEMA assistance. All of this after the recent flooding caused the damage. They say that some of this even exceeded impacts seen during the 2009 flood. Crews now focused on assessing damage to homes and businesses, gathering aerial pictures, drone footage, and first-hand reports from residents. It's information that will be sent then to the state as a part of the preliminary damage assessment, which could open the door to federal funding.
So we don't know whether we'll be approved for that, but the biggest piece to getting to that point is the community feeding that damage assessment information to us through that link on the website.
Officials stress that anyone who was impacted by the flooding should fill out the damage assessment form on the Benton County Emergency Services website. They say accurate reporting is critical to telling the full story and determining whether FEMA assistance becomes available.
6:05 in environment news, the historic flooding has left its lasting mark on just about everything in the region, including the wildlife. A biologist says fish populations in the Yakima River could be impacted by flooding, but the extent depends on several factors. William Meyer, a Yakima Basin habitat biologist, says salmon and bull trout just laid their eggs, and now they could be destroyed or buried by floodwaters. But he says the impact could be made up for by other generations of fish. He believes prior restoration work by the Yakima Nation, the Department of Fish and Wildlife, as well as local nonprofits, has helped the fish cope better with the flooding.
The fish belong to all of us, and people have been working hard in the Yakima Basin in particular, but throughout the state, on restoring salmon for economic means, just for the sheer joy of having these wild creatures return to our rivers and mountains. And it's really just part of the fabric of the life of the valley here.
Meyer also says how badly fish populations are impacted depends on where and when the species laid their eggs.
And Tri-Cities Animal Services says it's facing a growing demand as more animals are brought in across the region. This while continuing to step up during emergencies like the flooding that we've seen. The facility is based in Pasco. It provides animal control and sheltering all across the Tri-Cities. So far this year, the shelter has taken in nearly 3,000 animals, far more than it can comfortably handle, often operating at full capacity. Staff says many animals are strays or have been abandoned, leaving shelters stretched thin year-round. At the same time, the agency also plays a critical role during disasters, helping families keep their pets safe when evacuations are necessary.
I was working through that, making trips to Benton City and back to Pasco with animals from people that were being evacuated from their flood, from their homes and whatnot with their animals. We would tag their animals with their last name, and we'll bring them here and shelter them.
Now, he says that that experience dating back to the 1996 flood has helped guide the agency's recent response to flooding in the Tri-Cities, as staff coordinates with local rescue groups to assist evacuees with resources while continuing to care for hundreds of homeless animals already in their shelter.
And the holiday season is meant to be a time of joy and togetherness.
But unfortunately for some veterans, it can also be a time when trauma, loneliness, and grief resurface. So for them, the holidays can feel like a mix of celebration and sorrow. While families gather and communities light up for the season, the quiet moments can bring back memories of lost friends, traumatic calls, or years spent away from home.
Mental health advocates say this time of year often intensifies feelings of isolation.
It's a season where you see everyone smiling, in a sense. You see the commercials, you see everyone looking happy, but many times you have loss in the middle of that. And for veterans, sometimes there are particular losses.
Counselors say holiday stress can amplify existing struggles, but there are healthy ways to navigate it. That includes staying connected with family or fellow veterans, limiting overwhelming events, starting new or meaningful traditions, and making time for rest, exercise, and mental health support.
And coming up Monday on Good Morning Northwest, our very own Dan Hansen shares a story that one man hopes will inspire others. And keep it here, because coming up in just a few minutes, the weekend is just ahead, and if you're still looking for ways to fill your calendar, we've got you covered. We're going to talk community events, spreading holiday cheer all across the Tri-Cities. That is after the break.
And giving you that live look outside this morning from our Bimart camera in Yakima. Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbert is going to be back with your first alert forecast and a look at your past conditions after the break.
Christmas time is fast approaching, and it's not too late to get just what your family gathering needs from Honey Baked Ham. Pick up one of our famous fully cooked spiral cut hams, glazed to perfection, just heat and serve. We also offer fully cooked turkey breasts. And don't forget, Honey Baked Ham makes the perfect holiday gift. Complete your feast with our incredible sides and delicious desserts. Visit Honey Baked Ham on Columbia Center Boulevard or call 579-5855, or go to honeybaked.com to place your order and put Honey Baked Ham on your table this year.
In our house, love comes in little bites.
Mom, you do this every time.
Quality control. Memories are made in the kitchen. Find the right appliance to make more of them at Fred's.
All GE appliances are on sale, like this GE fridge, now only $14.99. That's a savings of $1,100. Stop by your local Fred's appliance today and shop the region's largest Get It Today inventory. We sell appliances, only appliances.
The chill of winter has always been warmed by the glow of tradition, which sometimes starts as a simple gift that is then passed from generation to generation. The holiday season gives us just one more reason to find joy in the little things. And as years fly by, we realize the true gift is actually in the time we get to share together. This season, as past gifts turn into today's treasures, here's to creating that one more cherished moment with the ones you love. Yakima Federal Savings and Loan, celebrating tradition since 1905.
Look, if you're getting older like I am, you're probably beginning to realize that sooner or later you're going to need some medical care. And sometimes the best place to get that care is in your own home. It just is. So if that's your situation, I suggest you call Chinook Home Health Care. There should be a number on your screen here to refer to. You give them a call. They are the people who will take care of you.
Hey, looks like I've decided to do nothing again. It's worked so far, except I still don't have a car.
Now's the time. The final countdown is almost over. Do nothing and you get nothing. Or come in, take advantage of incredible year-end deals, and drive into the new year in a vehicle you'll love. Find your deal today during McCurley's Final Countdown and the 2025 Subaru Share the Love event at McCurley Subaru.
McCurley, here I come.
Kraken, Sharks. Coverage begins at 7 p.m. Saturday on My Network TV. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Let's take you on another tour of those mountain passes for this Friday morning. I-90 at Snoqualmie Pass. It's slushy. Traction tires are advised, and we'll slide down to US 12 at White Pass. Snowy and slushy, and traction tires are required. Then let's go over to the Blues. I-84 at Cabbage Hill, spots of ice, traction tires are advised. All these passes definitely look a lot better as opposed to how they looked just, I would say, like 18 hours ago. But they're going to start to look worse again as the snow level is going to come back down. Then for Oregon 204, Tollgate, snowy and slushy, traction tires are advised. Okay, now on to the wind gusts for today, tonight, and for tomorrow. Not going to be nearly as strong as some of the wind gusts that we saw just a couple mornings back, but already this morning, breezy across the map, except for in the Kittitas and Yakima valleys. The valley walls have kind of shielded the valleys from some of the stronger gusts, but we'll put this into motion with Futurecast, and you see those winds primarily out of the west and southwest over the next couple of days. So they're going to be pretty persistent all throughout today, for tonight, and throughout much of Saturday as well. But it looks like on Saturday after 4 p.m. to 5 p.m., that's when things are going to calm down across the map. So just another look at this, kind of a summation of what you just saw for today. Gusts anywhere between 20 to 35 miles per hour. Looks like the strongest gust probably going to be for the lower Columbia Basin, the Bluefoot Hills, and the Cascades. And it looks like things will hold steady for tonight and for tomorrow.
All right, well, 6:13, and looking for ways to get out and enjoy the holiday season with the family this weekend?
You're in luck. We've got 3 community events coming up, all focused on fun, togetherness, and spreading some holiday cheer.
Here's a look at what's happening around the Tri-Cities over the next few days. Families in Prosser are invited to a festive community celebration at Witt Cellars from 4 to 6 this afternoon. Santa and Mrs. Claus will be there, along with local first responders from the Prosser Police Department, Washington State Patrol, and West Benton Fire and Rescue.
The event is free to attend, and guests are encouraged to bring a wrapped gift for a boy or girl labeled with an age range, and those gifts will be collected by law enforcement and distributed to children in need through Mustangs for Mustangs.
It's a chance to snap photos, meet local heroes, and help spread some holiday cheer to families across the community. And Grinchmas returns for its 4th year at the Giza Carousel of Dreams.
Admission includes a free carousel ride, a character meet and greet, themed face painting, vendors, and a showing of how the Grinch stole Christmas.
Tickets are $10 per person, with kids under 2 getting in for free. And if you'd rather bundle up and enjoy something outdoors, there is a free light show running all weekend long.
And Calvary Chapel Tri-Cities is hosting an outdoor Christmas light show through tomorrow night. Families are invited to walk through the festive displays, take in the lights, and enjoy a little extra holiday sparkle.
This event is also free, family friendly, and a great way to wrap up a December evening with friends or loved ones.
Plenty of ways to celebrate the season and make some holiday memories along the way.
Or get all your Christmas shopping done on Super Saturday.
And bundle up regardless.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's going to be a little chilly. All right, still ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. We're going to check back in. Speaking of chilly, Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbert is going to break down that first alert forecast as we give you a live look outside from our Bi-Mart camera in Yakima. He's let you know what we can expect as we make our way into the weekend.
Life. It's a crazy thing when you think about it. It's either about making memories or remembering those moments that matter most. Broadmoor RV has been serving families and its community in the Pacific Northwest for over 20 years. From travel trailers to toy haulers, truck campers, motorhomes, and fifth wheels, we have what you need to start creating memories with the ones you love. So get out there and make those memories last a lifetime. Broadmoor RV. We make camping fun.
Hi, this is Sabrina.
Hi, this is Chad.
This is Michelle. I'm calling from Hapo Community Credit Union here in Richland.
Your friend Heather nominated you to be part of our December to Remember program.
That's really awesome. Wow. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
I wanted to let you know that we did pick Mom as one of our families for December to Remember.
Thank you guys so much. That's so awesome. That's such a blessing.
So what this means for you and your family is that we have a team of Hapo employees that have been diligently fundraising to provide gifts to you and your family this holiday season.
It means a lot. I work really hard, and it's just me and my daughter. Her birthday is 4 days before Christmas, so it's always a stressful time of the year. I've been battling stage 3 cancer for the last year and a half now, so.
We're looking forward to being a part of your Christmas story this year.
Well, thank you.
Have a great day, and I hope Mom has a good surgery, okay?
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
All right, bye-bye.
Welcome to Nob Hill Casino, your premier gaming destination. Experience the thrill of a Vegas-style casino featuring the friendliest dealers in town. Join our Players Club and unlock exclusive rewards every time you play. Challenge your skills at our 16-lane bowling alley. Unwind with a drink at our cozy bar, or enjoy breakfast, lunch, or dinner at the Last Frontier. The ultimate entertainment experience has something for everyone. Nob Hill Casino, where locals come to win.
She saw a link.
Through, I think it was Apple Valley News.
And in less than a year, her family had their first home. Thanks to Letitia Young for using a link at AppleValleyNewsNow.com.
It's an amazing feeling.
Apple Valley News Now, always on your side.
Friday, it's Live's Holiday Sweater Party.
Gelman invested tens of dollars in these sweaters.
With Hank Azaria and the Easy Street Band, plus our sweater contest.
Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
From our family to yours, happy holidays.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbert.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Yes, we could have multiple feet of snow still on the horizon for Cascade Passes from this morning through 4 in the morning for Tuesday. And it's because we just have no shortage of storm systems in the Pacific lined up. And of course, those storm systems have their sights set on the Cascades. Now, for this morning, the atmospheric river actually over the Blues, but of course, we're expecting more action primarily for the Cascades as the day progresses. So we'll put this into motion with Futurecast radar all throughout the day. Just waves and waves and waves of snow showers going into the Cascades, and it's going to be the same thing all throughout tomorrow as well. So if you have to travel to the west side for this weekend, I would highly recommend against that. But if you do brave those conditions, of course, have the tire chains, have the winter safety kit ready to go. And to really underscore that point, here are the snowfall totals we're expecting from this morning through Monday afternoon. 28 inches of snow for White Pass, 32 inches of snow for Snoqualmie Pass. And the Blue Mountains definitely seeing some impacts, but things not going to be as impactful as what we'll see in the Cascades, and also could get that trace amount of snowfall in Ellensburg. Okay, then the tail end of this round is going to be 4 p.m. on Monday to 4 in the morning on Tuesday, maybe another 3 to 4 inches of snow for a Cascade Passes. But folks, there's another storm system for the middle to later portions of Christmas week. And this one will feature not as much snow overall, but it will feature much lower snow levels. So yes, we're going with trace amounts of snow for the Kittitas Valley, the Yakima Valley, the Lower Columbia Basin, and for the Blue Foothills. Here's a very important point here. This is a preliminary forecast, and this is subject to change, but we'll be keeping a very close eye on that. Keeping a close eye on this as well. The river flooding potential has gone down, but still dealing with that minor flood stage until 10 this morning for Natchez, and then for the Yakima River at Kiona, that time frame would be a little bit later this morning to 4 in the morning on Monday. You can read about those full impacts online at AppleValleyNewsNow.com. Here's a 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Breezy today and tomorrow, then watching the chance of a wintry mix for Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. In Yakima, the possibility of freezing rain tonight and Saturday night. Drive like the roads are already icy if you see slick spots on the roadways. In Ellensburg, multiple chances for snowfall over the next week, although it doesn't look like it'll add up to that much, at least for now. In Hermiston, gusts up to 30 miles per hour today, a little bit calmer for Saturday, and perhaps freezing rain to start Sunday. And finally, for Walla Walla, rain chances through Tuesday, maybe a transition to that rain-snow mix by Christmas Eve.
Thanks, Josh. Still ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. From a high-profile pardon for chart-topping artists to a major shakeup in how music success is measured. Coming up, the big headlines making waves across the music industry today. It's coming up in your entertainment headlines after the break.
For 600 different cigars and 125 pipe tobaccos. For every cigar rated 96 and higher by Cigar Aficionado. For 200 accessories, including dozens of humidors and fine pipes. It's the educated cigar.
Christmas time is fast approaching, and it's not too late to get just what your family gathering needs from Honey Baked Ham. Pick up one of our famous fully cooked spiral cut hams, glazed to perfection, just heat and serve. We also offer fully cooked turkey breasts. And don't forget, Honey Baked Ham makes the perfect holiday gift. Complete your feast with our incredible sides and delicious desserts. Visit Honey Baked Ham on Columbia Center Boulevard or call 579-5855 or go to honeybaked.com to place your order and put Honey Baked Ham on your table this year.
Everyone's gearing up for the holidays. The best friend.
Happy together.
And the first timer. The neighborhood hero. And the out-of-towners. And it all comes together in a Chevrolet.
It's Chevy Red Tag. Well-qualified buyers can get 0% financing on this Silverado with over $7,900 total value. Plus, Costco executive members can get a $1,250 members-only incentive.
Life happens. Lucky for you, ICCU has a new kind of checking account that comes with benefits that help you life better. Because being human is a full-time job.
It's the year-end sales event with the Ford crew.
It's sales event time.
Featuring Bronco and Bronco Sport with standard 4x4 capability.
Great time to buy.
Gather round and discover how Goat Moats goes over any type of terrain.
Like rocks.
And over snowy hills.
It's a winter wonderland. That's Wander with an A.
Lease a Bronco Sport for $299 a month for 36 months. Or a Bronco for $369 a month for 36 months. Only at your local Ford dealer.
You are our Volunteers Count winner. You just won $1,000. Your 15 years of service hadn't gone unnoticed.
So inspirational. And I always tell her, I'm like, you're my goal.
To nominate someone, click on Volunteers Count at AppleValleyNewsNow.com.
San Francisco, Indianapolis, Monday Night Football at 5. Apple Valley News Now.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. In your entertainment news, YouTube will soon no longer supply data to Billboard's music charts starting next month.
The company's global head of music made the announcement just this week. YouTube said the formula Billboard users to compile its charts doesn't put enough value on ad-supported streams.
To date, streams listened to by free users who see ads have been considered less valuable or important than paid subscribers. YouTube said that it will halt data delivery to Billboard starting on January 16th.
And in more entertainment news, actor Harrison Ford is set to receive the SAG-AFTRA Life Achievement Award for his legendary career on the big screen.
The 83-year-old is known for iconic characters like Han Solo in Star Wars, Indiana Jones, the long-running adventure film franchise. Ford will be recognized March 1st during the 32nd Actor Awards streaming live on Netflix.
In a statement, the veteran actor said he was deeply honored. Ford will become the 61st recipient to receive the award.
And the governor of Tennessee has pardoned Jelly Roll, a rapper turned country music star.
Jelly Roll, whose real name is Jason DeFord, was convicted of robbery as a juvenile and was granted parole in 2005.
While on parole, he was charged and convicted with possession with the intent to sell cocaine and finished serving that sentence in 2016. The governor pardoned 32 other people as well.
All right, there you go.
All right.
A couple things going on.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Still ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. A second chance turning into a real change in Walla Walla. New community court celebrating a milestone after months of treatment support. We're going to see how 2 graduates are proving the program works. That's all coming up in your 6:30 half hour.
Looking for a used vehicle? Trust the dealer with over 60 years in the Tri-Cities, Overturf Volkswagen. Find a large expanded inventory, fully serviced and thoroughly reconditioned vehicles, on-the-spot financing, top dollar for your trade. Overturf Volkswagen, Kennewick.
We're forging the future of the city of Pasco, and we need your voice. The city is updating our comprehensive plan, which covers everything from housing and transportation to utilities and parks. This document showcases the vision of what we want Pasco to be in 2046 and beyond. Tell us about the type of businesses you'd like to see, the types of parks you'd like to visit, and the type of neighborhood you want to live in. Scan the QR code on your screen or visit pasco-wa.gov/comp plan and become part of the future.
Try getting deals this big down the chimney during the holiday sale at Denver Mattress. Shop today because everything is on sale, like up to $400 off Doctor's Choice Elite adjustable mattress sets. Purchase any Tempur-Pedic and get a free $300 gift. Plus, save $50 on every $500 you spend on qualifying products. And get 48 months no interest financing, no down payment, and free shipping right to your doorstep. 'Tis the season to settle in for silent nights. Happy holidays from Denver Mattress.
Vance Heating, Air Conditioning, and Electric wants you to stay warm now and pay later. Upgrade your HVAC system today and take advantage of $2,000 in federal tax credits. That's right. When you combine your $2,000 federal tax credit, exclusive Daikin savings, and local utility rebates, you could get up to $5,750 in total savings. Don't miss out. These federal tax credits expire soon. This winter, don't leave it to chance. Call Vance. Vance Heating, Air Conditioning, and Electric.
Depression and anxiety rob millions of us of our day-to-day lives, but nothing seems to pull you out of it. Introducing Neurostim TMS, Washington's leading provider of transcranial magnetic stimulation, or TMS therapy. TMS activates the natural function of the brain's neurotransmitters to improve mood and regulate emotion. TMS is not shock therapy. It's an FDA-approved, easy outpatient experience and covered by all major medical insurances. Visit neurostimtms.com or call to schedule your free consultation now.
Bathfitter showers have got people talking. Our wide selection of showers means it's exactly what we wanted. Seamless and watertight walls are much easier to clean than tiles and grout. And they stay in excellent shape. Every Bathfitter shower is backed by a lifetime warranty. And with thousands of 5-star reviews, the experience exceeds expectations. It's no wonder millions of Bathfitter customers love their new shower. It just fits. Go to bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
Looking for a used vehicle? Trust the dealer with over 60 years in the Tri-Cities, Overturf Volkswagen. Find a large expanded inventory, fully serviced and thoroughly reconditioned vehicles, on-the-spot financing, top dollar for your trade. Overturf Volkswagen, Kennewick.
Happy holidays from Apple Valley News Now.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest, on your side.
Good Friday morning. Thanks for waking up with us, joining us here for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jade Elliott.
I'm Jessica Jalal.
I'm Josh Colbert.
How's it looking? How you doing?
All eyes on you, buddy.
More snow. More snow.
More
in the
snow.
mountains.
Hey, we love snow in the mountains.
We need it.
Yes.
We need the snowpack, and we'll talk about this later in the show. Snowpack right now, not great.
I was talking about the fun stuff like skiing and playing.
Yeah.
We need it in the mountains.
Yeah, well, for recreation.
You're talking like all
I'm getting all
sciencey.
meta hit.
What the climate needs and all that.
Okay.
I'm talking about what the people need.
Let's go ahead. Let's talk about those big weather stories. And our snowpack and all the ski resorts as well will be very happy about this. Multiple feet of snow on the way for our Cascade passes, but of course that's going to be dangerous for pass travel. The gusts are going to be doing their thing again for today, tonight, and for tomorrow. Not as strong as they were a couple days back. And then that river flooding potential, not as high as it was for last week, but still not going away just quite yet. Okay, we'll touch on the gusts for today, tonight, and for tomorrow. So for this morning, still kind of that dead zone for the valleys, the valley walls shielding the valleys from the stronger wind gusts, but it's gusty for the Tri-Cities, for Hermiston, for Walla Walla, and for Pendleton. Enough to notice it, enough to make things feel a little bit more brisk out there, but again, nothing like what we had for early on Wednesday morning. A little summation of the winds we're going to have for today. Gusts up around 35 miles per hour for the Cascades, for the Basin, and for the foothills. Looks like things probably going to hold serve for tonight and for tomorrow as well. Into Saturday night, looks like the gusts are going to calm down. But we'll have a lot more to say about this and an update on what our reservoir levels are looking like, our snowpack and rainfall numbers. All that coming up in a few minutes.
Thanks, Josh. We begin this half hour of news making a difference as therapeutic courts are becoming a popular way for people to get their criminal records forgiven across Washington. And that includes in Walla Walla, where a new program is just getting started.
Apple Valley News Now's Caleb Stipkovitz takes us to the Walla Walla District Court, which just reached a major milestone.
The Walla Walla District Court Community Court is giving a second chance to people who know it's time to make a change. Judge Christian Hedin helps oversee the nearly one-year-old community court, who is celebrating its first 2 graduates of the program. Judge Hedin says that when the 2 participants first started with the court, they were dealing with substance abuse issues and had racked up some minor criminal charges. But after 10 months in the program, the pair have blossomed, and Judge Hedin has nothing to offer but praise.
And I think that's the big part of it, is having the attitude that I'm just not going to live that same lifestyle anymore. I'm going to change things for the better, and this gives me the resources and the opportunity to do that. And so that's what they've done.
Judge Hedin says that a statewide focus on therapeutic courts inspired Walla Walla to create one of their own. And as a result, the community court started in January. While therapy courts can help anyone from tribal members to veterans, this program specifically helps people with substance abuse or mental health issues get their criminal charges forgiven through treatment and regular support and meetings. And after a successful first year, the court's leadership says it's excited to build the program going forward.
So from here on out, just hoping to get more people who are ready for their sobriety and helping them change and being there for them.
And the court's next graduation could be coming up soon, with 12 current participants working through the program. The community court says that they have a few people who are currently considering the program as well. Reporting from Walla Walla, Caleb Stipkovitz, Apple Valley News Now.
And the community court says it's trying to keep it under 25 participants at a time.
This is to make sure it has enough resources for the program.
Love to see it.
Yeah, good for them.
All right, keep it here because coming up next, we're talking wet, cold weather impacting the Pacific Northwest. And looking ahead, we're going to check back in with our chief meteorologist, Josh Colbreth, on what it could mean for reservoirs and drought conditions, and also the people.
And the people. Got to give the people what they want.
Full weather breakdown is after the break.
From our family to yours, happy holidays.
For 600 different cigars and 125 pipe tobaccos. For every cigar rated 96 and higher by Cigar Aficionado. For 200 accessories including dozens of humidors and fine pipes. It's the Educated Cigar.
There's no place like home for the holidays.
And there's no better time to save on furniture and mattresses than right now during Walker's Friends and Family Sale.
Get the furniture you like at the prices you'll love. With some clearance items up to 70% off.
Or take advantage of 5-year special financing with no money down.
And remember, Walker's is where
quality just costs less.
More family to yours. Merry Christmas!
The old me was stuck in the daily grind. My routine didn't allow for any self-expression. I found clay, and that changed everything. I realized my calling was to give others the space to be creative, to build something.
This is the first
and that's how Clayton was born. Having a Chase Ink card has allowed us to grow and bring people together. There's a creative side in all of us. That's what I hope people come here to find.
Earn up to 5% cash back on business essentials with the Chase Ink Business Cash Card from Chase for Business. Make more of what's yours.
At Bruce Heating and Air,
Your comfort is our business. With over 30 years of professional HVAC experience for residential and commercial properties, you can rest assured your heating and air system is in good hands. In addition to providing quality heating, air conditioning, ventilation, and installation services, Bruce Heating and Air also houses a full-service sheet metal fabrication shop.
Merry Christmas to you and yours from Daikin, everyone at Bruce Heating and Air. We're proud to be in your community. We wish you a safe holiday and all the best in the new year.
Hi, everybody. Jay Leno here. You know, I love doing live stand-up comedy. No politics, no lectures. I'm not giving you my opinion on every issue of the day. Just nothing but jokes. So come by, check it out, and we'll have a lot of fun. Oh, it's clean, too.
Jay Leno live on stage. Friday, April 24th, Legends Casino Hotel. Tickets are on sale now at Ticketmaster.com or Legends Gift Shop. Don't miss Jay Leno live. Friday, April 24th, Legends Casino Hotel.
Come on by. Check out the show.
Prosser's most colorful adventure is at Splat-It. Throw paint, get messy, and have a blast. For kids, adults, parties, and nights out, Splat-It has it all. Book now at splatitnw.com.
When a chaotic police chase ended at the Tri-Cities Airport, only Apple Valley News Now was there.
Austin Reed out here live.
Live on our Facebook page.
Police told me this is fentanyl.
Then later reported on our evening shows. Apple Valley News Now, first with breaking news.
Friday, it's Live's holiday sweater party.
Gelman invested tens of dollars in these sweaters.
With Hank Azaria and the Easy Street Band, plus our sweater contest.
Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
All right, welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. We'll take you on another tour of our mountain passes. I-90 at Snoqualmie Pass, it's slushy, traction tires are advised. Then for U.S. Highway 12 at White Pass, snowy and slushy, traction tires are required. We'll take you over to the Blues, I-84 at Cabbage Hill, spots of ice, traction tires advised. And then for Oregon 204 at Tollgate, it's snowy and it's slushy, traction tires are advised. Of course, you can check in on all the pass conditions for our Oregon passes by going to TripCheck, and then for our Washington passes, that would be WSDOT.com. And if there are any closures, we'll always keep you posted on AppleValleyNewsNow.com. Okay, let's go from the snow to talking about the flooding threat, which definitely isn't as high as it was for last week, but it still hasn't gone away entirely. So here's a comprehensive list at the river flooding forecast. And again, the two main areas we're looking at would be the Natchez River near Natchez and for the Yakima River near Kiona. So first for the Natchez River near Natchez, this flooding time frame would be until 10 a.m. this morning. There will be minor flooding near Natchez, Eschbach Park, Painted Rock in the north end of Yakima. And then for the Yakima River near Kiona, just expecting this to get into the minor flood stage. This time frame a little bit later, 10 a.m. on Friday to 4 a.m. on Monday. There will be minor flooding of pastures and roads adjacent to the river, especially in low-lying areas of West Richland. So with all this rainfall, you might be asking, well, what does this mean for us in terms of the drought? Well, let's talk about that specifically, okay? First of all, here are the rainfall numbers we've had since October 1st. Here's what we've actually seen. Here's what we would typically see for this time of the year. You do a little bit of math. We have surpluses all over the place, especially for the lower Columbia Basin, 40 to 50% surpluses. So that's good. And this number is really good. If you tabulated all the water that's in the Yakima Basin, if you compared it to what we typically have for this time of the year, we have 27% more water than we would typically have. And that's important because of this. Because according to the Washington State Department of Ecology, a basin is in a drought emergency if it has 25% less water than normal. So we're exceeding that by 52 percentage points right now. So we built up a really good cushion. Here's the linchpin though, okay? Our snowpack. We need to have an excellent snowpack as the snow melts into the spring, into the summer months, of course, because that's going to provide a boost to our reservoirs. But if the snowpack is way below average, then we're going to undo a lot of that progress that we've already made. So as things stand right now, our snowpack way below average in the Yakima Basin. These are not good numbers like at all. But here's the saving grace. We have a ton of snow on the way. That's going to be a big lift. So of course, that'll improve the snowpack numbers, but that's going to make pass travel worse. So we'll talk about those impacts. We'll time it all out with Futurecast. We'll talk about the potential for a little bit of lower elevation snow close to Christmas Day. So all that's going to be coming up in a few minutes.
That's the best time to have it.
I'd say so.
The White Christmas?
Viewers,
Yes.
Tell me this.
They'd be so happy. It'd be a Christmas movie.
And the mountains and the climate.
Yeah.
They'd be happy too.
And it would be me doing it all.
Yes, exactly.
All right, check this out now. So Christmas is next week, but the countdown into New Year is on in New York City. So yesterday, the 2026 numbers arrived ahead of the New Year's Eve ball drop in Times Square.
Giant 7-foot-tall numbers were placed on the Broadway Plaza between 46th and 47th Street. A group of spectators were there as crews tested out the lights.
This marks one of the final pieces used in the historic annual event. The Constellation Ball arrived last month, and organizers say it's the largest one yet.
Yeah, didn't they get a new one this year, or they did something different?
They did, and they don't make many changes to the ball. I know it has the famous Waterford crystals in there, and
I know
it's on my bucket list. But then I feel like I wouldn't actually. There's just too many people.
It's a lot.
Crowd, yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot. I went a million years ago. And
didn't like it or did?
I love New York in Christmas time. I think it is just there's a magical
just that general idea of being there
to it. Exactly.
Is on my list.
So then going later in the holiday season, it was still fantastic. And yeah, it is kind of one of those bucket list things.
But like one and done.
One and done.
Yes,
yeah, we were able to see it not in the masses of like where you get confined,
like a lot,
but from like a street down
as
at a bar.
Should.
Yeah. So it
the
was
fun way with a drink in hand.
Exactly. Yeah. All right. So much more ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. We have your morning sprint. Everything you need to know as you head out the door this morning, and giving you a live look outside from our Bi-Mart camera in Yakima. Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbert back with your full first alert forecast as we make our way into the weekend and towards Christmas.
From Apple Valley News Now, this is Medically Speaking.
Atomic Health pays me to do the in-home, I guess nursing or the things I do to help out, so we don't need a nurse. Meds, cooking, cleaning, getting him to doctor's appointments, picking up prescriptions, whatever else needs to be done. So at least once a month or whenever I need her, Sarah, or whatever nurse is available, comes to our house. If I have a worry that I'm not sure if he needs to go to the doctor, she comes and advises me and does an assessment and tells me if there's anything I need to do different, or I don't know that I could do this without him.
So we'll definitely evaluate their past employment. As a registered nurse myself, I'll look through their medical records and I'll look to see maybe what medical conditions they have, and we'll be very upfront with them, honest about whether they do have a claim that could warrant benefits or not.
Okay, there's the signal.
Okay, go. Hurry, he's coming. Have a good round.
See you later. All right.
What's that?
Toolbox.
Okay. Santa's way sneakier.
For 600 different cigars and 125 pipe tobaccos. For every cigar rated 96 and higher by Cigar Aficionado. For 200 accessories including dozens of humidors and fine pipes. It's the educated cigar.
Some know it as prime rib. Officially, it's called a ribeye roast. We call ours divine. Tender, mouth-watering Hereford beef, aged to perfection for 5 weeks and never frozen. Oven ready and easy. Divine beef ribeye roast, tied and seasoned at your request. Reserve yours now, exclusively at Yolk's Fresh Markets.
You're invited to our Christmas light show. Merry Christmas.
From Griggs and Ace. Our family has been a part of this community since 1939.
Working and living in this area for over 86 years.
We've had the pleasure of serving and working with thousands of you over the years.
And most of all, we have been fortunate to serve you.
So thank you.
Thank you to our employees, past and present.
Thank you for choosing to shop with us for 86 years. We want to wish you all a blessed holiday season. And from the Grigg family, Merry Christmas.
Kraken, Sharks. Coverage begins at 7 p.m. Saturday on My Network TV. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Yes, we have feet of snow on the way for our Cascade passes over the next 4 days. So let's go ahead and tell you why. This is why we have many storm systems that are lined up in the Pacific, and it's just going to be one after the other, bringing rounds and rounds and rounds of snow. Already seeing that this morning for the Blues. Snow levels have dropped down, so now it's snowing for Tollgate and for Cabbage Hill. We'll put this into motion with Futurecast radar, and eventually the action's going to filter back to the Cascades. We'll have just snow showers all throughout the day for the Cascades. And yes, lower elevations could get a shower or two here or there, but this is mainly going to be a Cascades event, not only for today, but also all throughout the course of tomorrow. So if you have plans to go to the west side for this weekend, A, I would highly recommend against that, but B, if you absolutely have to go, and we know a lot of people are traveling around this time of the year, have the tire chains, have the winter safety kit ready to go. And to really drive that point home, here's some of the snowfall totals we're expecting from this morning through Monday afternoon. 28 to 32 inches of snow for White Pass and for Snoqualmie Pass. Even little trace amounts for Ellensburg. That means Manastash Ridge is probably going to see some snow once again. And then 4 to 6 inches of snow for our Blue Mountain passes. For 4 p.m. on Monday through 4 in the morning on Tuesday, that's going to be kind of the last gasp of this storm system. So maybe another 3 to 4 inches of snow for said Cascade passes. But then there's another storm system for the middle and later portions of next week. This one is looking a lot more interesting for lower elevations. For now, we're going with trace amounts of snow for the Kittitas Valley, for the Yakima Valley, for the Lower Columbia Basin, and the Blue Foothills. But a couple key points, okay? Number one, I'm just going with trace amounts. Number two, this is a preliminary forecast. This is subject to change. Always keep that in the back of your mind when you see this orange bar on our forecast graphics. But definitely we will be watching that big forecast, which is very important. We'll be watching it very closely. Here's the 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Breezy today and tomorrow, then watching the chance of a wintry mix for Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. In Yakima, the possibility of freezing rain tonight and Saturday night. So drive like the roads are already icy. In Ellensburg, multiple chances for snowfall over the next week, although it doesn't look like it'll add up to that much at all. In Hermiston, gust up to 30-35 miles per hour for today, a little bit calmer for Saturday, then perhaps freezing rain to start Sunday. And finally, for Walla Walla, rain chances through Tuesday, then maybe a transition to a rain-snow mix by Christmas Eve. Now let's head out to New York City to see what's ahead on Good Morning America.
In this morning's GMA First Look, it's time to have yourself a very Philly Christmas.
The world-famous Philly specials.
The unlikely caroling trio of Philadelphia football stars, Jason Kelce and current Eagles lineman Jordan Mailata and Lane Johnson, making holiday magic for 30 local families in need, surprising them with gifts and a movie screening at a Philly Special Christmas.
How did the Philly specials come to be in the first place?
Basically, we had all been musical in the past as offensive linemen with the Eagles. We had an idea that it sounded like a fun kind of joke at first, where we put together like a Christmas album.
And in the 3 years since the project began, they've raised over $10 million for children in Philadelphia. And coming up at 7 a.m., we'll have much more with the crew behind A Merry Eagles Christmas. With your GMA First Look, I'm Will Reeve, ABC News, Philadelphia.
Right now, living with COPD is hard, but more could be going on. And here is how you find out. Your COPD may be different, and Nucala could help. The inflammation triggering your flare-ups could be caused by eosinophils. Nucala helps target that inflammation. And it's the only once-monthly auto-injector for COPD you can do right at home. Picture less flare-ups and less flare-up related hospital visits. Nucala is an add-on injection for uncontrolled COPD with a specific marker of inflammation. Nucala is not for sudden breathing problems. Allergic reactions can occur, including anaphylaxis. Get help right away for swelling of face, mouth, tongue, or trouble breathing. Infections that can cause shingles have occurred. Don't stop other medicines, including steroids, unless told by your doctor. Tell your doctor if you have a parasitic infection. It may cause back pain, diarrhea, and cough. Right now, it may be time for something different. Ask your doctor about Nucala.
Now, the morning sprint.
Time is 6:49. It's time for your morning sprint. We start with your national headlines. A newly announced arms deal between the U.S. and Taiwan is one of the largest ever between the countries. The over $11 billion package will include missiles, rockets, and drones, and this comes after China has been surrounding the island with aircrafts and ships almost daily. China's Communist Party claims Taiwan as part of its territory and considers its independence a separatist movement. But the small island is still self-ruled and democratic. U.S. policy is to sell arms to Taiwan, though ties with the nation remain unofficial. Beijing publicly condemned the new arms deal, saying that it will, quote, backfire.
6:15 your business headlines this morning. The Federal Trade Commission has reached a settlement with Instacart. The FTC accused the grocery delivery company of false advertising and harming shoppers. Just yesterday, the agency announced Instacart will pay $60 million in refunds. The money will go to customers charged for Instacart services without their written consent. The company also agreed to stop what the FTC called deceptive practices. Previously, Instacart offered customers a free trial, but it failed to disclose the company would charge them to have their groceries delivered. Instacart also offered a 100% satisfaction guarantee. That offer implied customers would receive a full refund, but instead, Instacart only offered a small credit towards another grocery delivery.
In your health headlines this morning, a new study suggests eating high-fat cheese and cream may help lower your risk of developing dementia. The researchers followed nearly 28,000 people for up to 25 years, and they found those who ate at least 2 ounces of high-fat cheeses every day had a 13% lower risk of developing dementia, and that's compared to those who consumed less than half an ounce.
6:51. Sad news in the sports world. Former NASCAR driver and Washington native Greg Biffle was on board a private jet that crashed in Statesville, North Carolina just yesterday morning. State authorities said 7 people were on board and that there were no survivors. NASCAR called Biffle one of its greatest 75 drivers, who is also known for his tireless humanitarian work. Biffle's wife, Christina, and their 2 children were also on board and passed away in the crash. That according to a statement from other family members. The FAA said the Cessna C550 crashed while trying to land at Statesville Regional Airport, about 45 miles north of Charlotte. Preliminary flight tracking data showing that the aircraft took off from the airport and only flew 5 miles before making a sharp turn to return. The plane reportedly never flew higher than 2,000 feet. 6:52, now to the top 5 local things you need to know this morning. Emergency officials in Benton County are assessing damage from the recent floods to determine whether the area will qualify for FEMA assistance. Leaders say floodwaters reached major flood stage, in some cases even exceeding impacts seen during the 2009 flood. Crews documenting the damage to homes and businesses. They're using aerial imagery, drone footage, and reports from residents. And that information will be submitted then to the state as a part of a preliminary damage assessment. Officials stress that residents impacted by the floods should complete the damage assessment form that is up on the Benton County Emergency Services website. They say accurate reporting is critical to determine eligibility for federal aid.
And a Yakima Basin habitat biologist says the recent flooding could impact fish populations in the Yakima River, particularly salmon and bull trout that have recently laid eggs. He says floodwaters can destroy or bury some eggs, although long-term impacts depend on several factors. He adds that restoration work by the Yakima Nation, the Department of Fish and Wildlife, and local nonprofits has helped strengthen habitats, allowing fish populations to better withstand flooding. The overall impact depends on when and where different species have spawned.
Tri-Cities Animal Services, which serves Pasco, Kennewick, and Richland, say it's operating near full capacity this year, especially during kitten season. The shelter currently has about 160 animals in its care with limited space available. Since the start of 2025, around 3,000 animals have been taken in, with only about 300 reunited with their owners. Officials say flooding and cold temperatures increase the need for sheltering, including evacuations involving pets and livestock. The agency continues coordinating resources to support pet owners during emergencies.
And the Dome at Pasco's Memorial Aquatic Pool is now fully installed and interior lighting is complete. The project is designed for year-round use, something that has not been previously offered. Now crews are still waiting on the HVAC system, which is expected to arrive in January. And as of right now, the pool is only available to the Pasco School District swim team. City officials say public safety remains the priority before they open it up to the community.
And the drive-through Light Fest at the Yakima State Fair Park began during the COVID-19 pandemic as a way to safely spread holiday cheer, and it has since grown into a beloved annual tradition. Organizers say planning begins months in advance, teams working on displays well before December. This year's event features more than 35 miles of lights, including new themed areas like Whoville and Barkville. Show runs nightly. General admission is $15 per vehicle. If you are eager to skip the lines, there is a fast pass option available for $25.
Now, trending this morning, there's some redundancy in tracking Santa this year. So the Missile Defense Agency at Redstone Arsenal near Huntsville, Alabama, will track his sleigh on Christmas Eve.
Right, so usually the agency concentrates on monitoring for ballistic missiles. It says it'll use that same tech, though, to track Santa through Rudolph's glowing red nose.
My best friend Harrison, his dad works at the Arsenal, so I'm sure he's going to be very busy a couple nights from now. But
that's so great.
That's pretty similar to how NORAD has been doing it for the past 70 years.
Mm-hmm.
That's so cool.
Tracking Santa.
I love it.
I know. And you're not tracking Santa, but you're tracking a lot of other things.
Yeah, and I know that Santa's tracking this forecast because
naturally.
Yeah. Will Rudolph have to be broken out on Christmas Eve? You know, we'll see.
He's always a part of the gang.
Yeah, he leads it.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and take a look at First Alert Radar, and we are seeing that atmospheric river that is still on top of the Blue Mountains. The snow levels have come down, so that means it's now snowing on I-84 and snowing on Oregon 204 at Tollgate as well. Current wind gust, I mean, it's still gusty across the map. There is a little bit more of a dead zone in the Kittitas and the Yakima valleys, but gust right now, I'd say anywhere between 20 to 30 miles per hour. They're going to stay pretty consistently at that level for today, tonight, and for tomorrow as well. Temperatures 30s and 40s for lower elevations, 20s for the Cascades, 30s up in the Blues. Your hourly forecast for this Friday for the Tri-Cities. Lots of sunshine all throughout the day. It's going to end up being a beautiful one. Will be around 50 degrees. Mostly dry, could have a few more flakes in the Kittitas and Yakima Valley, so that's something we'll be watching very closely. And I'd say just a little bit more than a few flakes for our Cascade passes. 3 feet of snow over the next 4 days, and also, of course, the gusts and the river flooding. But the snow,
all the other things.
Jeez.
A lot going on.
Isn't snow.
And then into next week, there's that next storm system that could maybe bring could maybe bring a little bit of snow to lower elevations.
The hits keep hitting.
Are we getting White Christmas?
No, I didn't say that. I'm saying for now,
you did.
I'm going with a trace of snow.
Manifest it.
Anywhere
Glass
from
half full.
next
We're excited.
Tuesday to next Friday for lower elevations. A trace of snow. And the technical definition for a White Christmas, there has to be 1 inch of snow on the ground at 7 in the morning.
Well, I'm from Texas, so a trace of snow means White Christmas.
Sure, you can round up.
Yeah.
Round
Exactly.
up, Texas.
Thank you guys for watching Good Morning Northwest. You can always find updates on our website. That's applevalleyNewsNow.com.
We're unhinged this morning. Good Morning America's up next. We'll be back tonight with your local news and weather before and after the Kraken game.
Yes, have a great festive day.